On this Feel Good Friday, we wanted to share the story of one of our guests with you. Kristal Thompson was the keynote speaker at our 2024 PADS Winter Harvest Gala. We are so thankful for her advocacy work and her willingness to share her incredible story about her lived experience with homelessness and getting back on her feet with the help of PADS of Elgin. Please take a few minutes today to listen to her story. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Hi. Well, good evening to everyone. My name is Kristal Thompson, and I'm here to tell you a little bit of my story. I grew up in Indiana. I'm the youngest of 6 siblings. I always wanted to be a nurse, but losing my mom at the age of 15 and my dad a few years later, I changed my mind. So I received my bachelor's degree from Indiana University, where I studied business. I got my first job in customer service at Chase Bank in Ohio. When I started at Chase, I never imagined being there for 20 years. I was offered a promotion at the corporate level in Chicago. I was homesick, so I was ready to be closer to my friends and family, so I accepted the position. Life for me was awesome. I traveled regularly with my girlfriends. I owned my own single-family home. I was even given the opportunity to help my nephews through college. I decided to sell my single-family home and move into a swanky apartment in the Loop. I was commuting, going out with my friends, traveling, and loving life. I had no idea it was all about to change. First, my department at Chase was eliminated, so I decided to pursue a different career, working for the state of Illinois. While it was a cut in pay, I wanted a position where I could make an impact on people's lives. Second, I was sick and ended up being in the hospital for 8 days. And I was diagnosed with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which was a shock to me because I've never smoked a day in my life. Third, I woke up one morning and I could not move my legs. I was diagnosed with degenerative disc disease. Fourth, I had only been on my job for 90 days, so I had no earned PTO. It all went downhill from there. I did not know the scope of my health issues at the time. I thought I could take a month off and get back on my feet again because I had 6 months worth of savings, as my parents taught me to do. What I didn't know was that I would never be able to return to work full time. I lost everything: my job, my apartment, and eventually my car. I wonder, would you have the courage to admit that you had lost everything? Could you tell your family, your friends? Well, desperation led me to reach out to some close friends here in Elgin who let me couch surf for 4 months. But I knew this was not a long-term solution. In December 2019, I called PADS of Elgin, and I was lucky. I was able to secure a spot within a week. Can you imagine living your best life and then it's all gone? Then having to fit everything that you own in a 3-square-foot locker. My first night at PADS, I realized I no longer had my comfortable queen-size bed in my own home. I was now sleeping on a twin mattress on the floor, surrounded by total strangers. But I had taken the first step. I asked for help. I was hoping to return to my job because I was in denial about the severity of my health issues. My case manager and I worked together to assess my disability and to create a plan. But then COVID hit. I was hospitalized multiple times with my COPD. I had to come to terms with my diagnosis. Within a few months, my case manager and I realized I could not work full-time or at all. In 2021, 2 years after entering the program at PADS, I was finally approved for my disability benefits, and then I secured an apartment here in Elgin through permanent supportive housing. A generous PADS donor even gave me a car. Although walking into PADS was one of the hardest decisions I have ever made, it transformed my life in ways I could never have imagined. I am now a full-time advocate for people experiencing homelessness. And I have found a greater purpose speaking on the regional, state, and national levels on their behalf. So on behalf of the individuals experiencing homelessness, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for your support tonight. With your generous donations, we can continue the important work we're doing to end homelessness in our area. You truly are the key. Thank you.